iFILM, London. iFILM, London.
This is Coogan Cassius Fry from London. We're at the Nottingham Arena here at the FROCH Yusaf Mack press conference. The final one with me, I've got FROCH. How are you, Carl?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yep, all the talking's been done now. Was you a little bit rattled in that press conference from previous comments that Mack had made on ringside?
A little bit, yeah, he wound me up a little bit, but I don't get wound up. I'm not really bothered, to be honest. But I'm just letting him know that, you know, he said a little bit too much when my back was turned. So it might be inside his mind now that I'm a little bit wound up, but you know.
Yeah, he said to me in the press conference that he was slightly happy that, you know, he thought that it got that them comments got you, which was on his behalf a positive thing.
Yeah, potentially it could be, couldn't it, if he was in against a lesser man than myself. But you know me, I'm so relaxed and cool. I mean, I just wanted him to know that he talked a bit of rubbish down on ringside about Calzaghe, and it was totally unnecessary. But you know, without giving Yusaf Mack any stick, he's probably not the most intelligent person you've ever met. And you know, I don't want to sound like I'm insulting him, but he's probably just said something he didn't mean, and he spoke without thinking. So I just straightened him out, and that was it. Job done.
I've heard some reports from his training camp, or some people have said that he's looking very like the best he's ever looked. He's obviously come down in weight, and he's looking very strong at that weight. And what are you making of these things?
Well, that's what they all say, isn't it? They've got to say. He's not going to tell you that he's come down in weight and he's feeling weak and tired and he can't eat and he's pissed off and he's struggling on the scales, which he is. And he wants to go home and he don't want to fight, you know, because it don't sell the fight, it don't make for positive news. So I've heard it all before, and you know, I've been in this game long enough to not listen to anything that they've got to say and just concentrate on doing what I do best. And Saturday night, I've got to do what I did before. I've got to put the performance on. I've got to be sharp, strong, confident, and put my work together. But I've got to put educated pressure early on, because potentially he could be dangerous. You know, he's looking like maybe he belongs at super middleweight. He's not that tall. He's not a big light heavyweight. When you look at Tony Bellew and you see how big he is, or Chad Dawson or Antonio Tarver, they're big guys, and he don't seem like that Yusaf Mack. He's not so big, so you know, there's danger here that he could be better at super middleweight. So I'm not going to take anything for granted, the fact that he's coming down from light heavyweight. I'm just going to make sure that I do what I do best, and that'll be enough.
Bute made his return to the ring. Did you find he was a shell of the man that was hyped up before your fight?
He didn't seem good today. He didn't, you know, if I'd have seen him fight like that before I boxed him, I'd have been rubbing my hands together thinking this is positive for me, because I don't think he's ever looked so bad. But having said that, he finished strong. He did what he needed to do late on to get the win. He looked confident and comfortable, and he was smiling and landing some good accurate blows in round 12, which is a positive sign for him. But no, he didn't look good. Did he? He didn't set the world alight. Let's be honest.
Has he said to you that he doesn't want the rematch? Is that what you've stated before?
No, I don't think he said he doesn't want the rematch. That's Mikel Kessler.
Oh, sorry, Mikel Kessler. Sorry, I've got that wrong. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Mikel Kessler's not the one that doesn't want the rematch for you.
Yeah, I don't think Mikel Kessler wants the rematch. He can earn good money in Denmark fighting Joe Bloggs, and you know, doing what he does, which is very good. But I'd love him to come over to England. I went over to Denmark to fight him, and he's got that win over me now. I'd love to set the record straight, get him over to England, reverse the roles, and get that fight. It's a fight I know I can win, and I think it will be a massive fight, pay-per-view, be at the Nottingham Forest City ground, so there'll be plenty of revenue for him, and he can take the lion's share of the money. I'm not fussed about that. I just want to get the fight on, so hopefully we can coax him over to England early next year if the Bute fight doesn't happen.
So hopefully, potentially, that this may not be your last fight in Nottingham.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about this being the last fight at the Capital FM Arena, because if I do get the Mikel Kessler fight, other than fighting Bute in a rematch, then it'll probably be at the Nottingham Forest City ground. So yeah, it's the last fight here at the Capital FM Arena, but not in Nottingham if that fight potentially happens.
All right, Carl, thank you very much for talking to iFILM London, and we'll see you at the weigh-in on Friday.
Yeah, no problem. I hope your laptop's not smashed to bits, just landing.
Yeah, I just want to point out my laptop just fell to the ground, smashed. I'll get Eddie to buy me a new one.
Nothing to do with me. Eddie might buy one, actually. I was at an auction yesterday. John Pye Auctions, I was there, bidding away. There's plenty there, so we'll get you one if you're struggling.
No problem. Carl FROCH, thank you very much. Nice one, mate.
Love.